The world watched with anticipation as the ancient walls of the Vatican held their secrets. People from all walks of life gathered, eyes fixed on their screens, waiting for history to unfold. Inside the Sistine Chapel, a sacred ritual was taking place. The air was filled with reverence, and the weight of history pressed upon the cardinals who had gathered to elect the next pope. The papal conclave, a tradition centuries old, had begun. The heavy doors of the chapel closed, sealing the cardinals inside away from the outside world. Each cardinal carried with them the hopes and prayers of their congregations. Their responsibility was immense, to elect the successor to St. Peter, a leader who would guide the Catholic Church into the future. Bound by an oath of secrecy, they dedicated themselves to prayer and deep contemplation. Each day they cast their votes, seeking the guidance of the Holy Spirit. The process was meticulous. Every ballot brought them closer to revealing the next leader of the Catholic Church. Meanwhile, the world outside waited in silence for the telltale white smoke, the sign that a new pope had been chosen. The anticipation was overwhelming as faithful followers and curious onlookers alike held their breath, waiting for the moment of revelation. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle's journey to the papacy is a story of faith, humility, and dedication. From his early days in the Philippines to his influential role in the Vatican, he has remained committed to serving others. Born in the Philippines, he felt a strong calling to the priesthood from a young age. He entered the seminary with a heart full of hope, ready to dedicate his life to the Church. Throughout his ministry, Cardinal Tagle showed deep love for the poor and marginalized. He provided food and shelter to those in need, and always offered a listening ear. His compassion and humility made him a beloved figure, not only in the Philippines but across the world. As the Archbishop of Manila, he led a diverse and vibrant community. He was known for his warmth, his smile, and his ability to connect with people from all backgrounds. Cardinal Tagle's reputation as a great pastor and theologian spread far beyond the Philippines. His teachings resonated with many, earning him global respect. He was often invited to speak at international conferences where his words inspired people of all ages. Pope Benedict XVI recognized his talents and appointed him to lead the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples, a prestigious Vatican position that oversees the Church's missionary work worldwide. In this role, Cardinal Tagle traveled extensively, meeting with bishops, priests, and laypeople. His presence was always a source of encouragement and inspiration. He listened attentively to their concerns and shared words of wisdom. His ability to empathize with others made him a trusted leader. Whether comforting a grieving family or speaking at a global conference, he was always there to offer guidance and support. The day the white smoke finally appeared above the Sistine Chapel, the world held its breath. Then came the historic announcement. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle had been elected pope. For the first time in history, an Asian leader would guide the Catholic Church. This moment was a symbol of the Church's universality and its growing presence in Asia. It showed that Catholicism was not limited by geography or ethnicity, but was truly a global faith. The election of Pope Tagle sent waves of joy across the world. It represented hope, change, and a new era of leadership. When he stepped onto the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square, thousands of people waited to hear his first words as Pope. In a gentle yet powerful voice, he said, "Peace be with you." These simple words carried deep meaning. They were a message of unity in a world filled with division. They were a call for love and understanding in a time of uncertainty. His words set the tone for his papacy, one focused on inclusion, compassion, and renewal. In his first speech, Pope Tagle emphasized the importance of unity and inclusivity. He said the Church must be a place where everyone feels welcome, regardless of their background. He encouraged Catholics to support one another and to reach out to those in need. He also stressed the importance of dialogue, not only within the Church but with other faiths as well. He believed that cooperation between religious communities was essential for peace and harmony. Pope Tagle reminded the faithful that the Church is called to be a beacon of hope. He spoke about the need to help those who are suffering, to offer comfort to the afflicted, and to stand as a symbol of love and resilience. His message resonated with both Catholics and non-Catholics, touching the hearts of people worldwide. His election sparked a renewed sense of optimism within the Church. People felt inspired by his vision of a compassionate and inclusive Church. His words and actions gave hope for a future where the Church could be a force for good in the world, a source of healing in troubled times. Across the Philippines and beyond, celebrations erupted. In cities and villages, people gathered in joy. Parades filled the streets and music echoed through the air. It was a moment of unity, a time to celebrate not just Cardinal Tagle's achievement, but the hope he represented for the future of the Church. Reactions poured in from around the world. Governments, organizations, and individuals shared their thoughts. Some were filled with hope, while others were skeptical. But one thing was certain: the world was watching closely. Pope Tagle had a vision for the future, one centered on unity, learning from the past and embracing new opportunities. One of his key messages was about building bridges of understanding. He believed that through patience, empathy, and dialogue, people could overcome even the greatest challenges. He also recognized the role of technology in modern faith. He understood that to reach younger generations, the Church must adapt and innovate. Under his leadership, the Vatican embraced digital platforms to spread messages of faith and unity. Online initiatives such as virtual masses and interactive forums made the Church more accessible than ever before. Pope Tagle believed that technology could be a powerful tool for bringing people together, breaking down barriers and fostering a connected global community. As the world looked ahead, Pope Tagle called on everyone to embrace the future together. He encouraged unity and collaboration, reminding people that by working together they could create a better world. The journey was just beginning, but the possibilities were endless. Pope Tagle's election was a defining moment in history. It marked a new era for the Catholic Church, one of inclusivity, hope, and renewal. As he led the Church forward, his message remained clear. Love, compassion, and unity would guide the way. The world watched, ready to embrace this new chapter and the promise it held for the future.